Got to get the vibes right. You got to get the vibes right. If the energy is not right, the mentality will be off. And you can't go wrong with Drake. Love him or hate him, he puts out hits every summer.
Check in, check in.
24 hours in a day is just not enough, right?
We switch it up.
What if there was a 25th hour?
Major key.
The 25th hour is here.
You ready?
Let's get it.
We're talking about leveling up.
Took it to another level.
The 25th hour mindset will help you thrive and push you to discover the best version of yourself.
I had to hustle hard, never give up.
Nothing can stop you. You all the way up.
Welcome to a diverse platform podcast.
What we do?
We create, collaborate, and chill.
Look at this world. This is really yours.
So turn up the volume
It's time to turn up.
and clock into your 25th hour
I just whipped up a watch.
with your host, Alex Toro, professionally known as Nonstoplex.
Let's get this thing going.
But aside from that, I want to jump in and just say welcome, 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 welcome. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I mean, literally, welcome to the very first episode of the 25th hour. I'm your host, Lex. This is going to be an amazing experience for me. This is literally my official first podcast episode. It's been a long time coming, guys. I'm talking years. I had this idea so many years ago, and I just never put it out. I put out so many other things that I've done. I've been involved in so many different projects. I've started little side hustles and businesses here and there. But my podcast, I don't know why it always got put on the back burner. I guess life kind of happened. It happens. I'm sure you can relate. So let's just jump right into it. Again, this is the 25th Hour Podcast. I'm your host, Lex, and I just want to be the first to thank you very much if you're listening. That means a whole lot to me. All the people that have been supporting me since day one, whether you've known me all your life, whether you're family, friends, or, strangers. There's a lot of people that I've never met in person that are supporting me. They've been supporting me since day one. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Very excited to get this thing started. It's been a long time coming. The 25th hour is a mindset hack. It's meant to you to tap into elements of your brain. Now, let me just make a public service announcement. I'm not a psychologist. I never studied psychology. I've taken a few psychological classes, but I'm not a professional therapist or psychologist, guys. Everything that I'm speaking is just from my own personal experiences in life or experiences that other people that I'm close to have gone through. But I do understand how the mind works, and I understand what works for me can work for a lot of people out there. So that's kind of like my whole purpose in this life is to uplift others and do my part in trying to reach out to as many people as I possibly can to help them discover the better versions of themselves. Because at the end of the day, guys, we all have a better version of ourselves within ourselves, if that makes sense. Again, let me say that one more time. We all have a better version of ourselves within ourselves. But what you do to get it out of you is really up to you and how you work the mindset. The most powerful thing we can have is not our physique. It's not the money. It's not, the people it's the mindset. This is the most powerful tool that we can have. And the moment you take control and master that, you've already exceeded and passed that 24 hour to get into the 25th hour element. Now, you see how that works. It's talking about breaking barriers. I'm talking about doing things that you never did before, stepping outside of your comfort zone and just saying, I don't really care what people think about me. I don't really care who's going to laugh at me. I don't care what people think about how I look, right? These are the kind of habits that you have to start developing for yourself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alex, known to most as Lex. I picked up the nickname Lex in high school. People just started calling me. I don't know why they dropped the A. And I said, I figured I'd go for it. Kind of sounded like Lex Luger for those of you who know WWF. I was like, I'll take it. Just kind of give you a little history. I was born and raised in Stockton, California, 209. So, I'm very proud of where I come from. I really am. It is an amazing city. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what certain social media outlets say about the city. I think it's all hype. Yes, unfortunately, the city has gotten a lot worse than what it used to be. But the problem is negative media is feeding these things into our younger generation, and they're getting hype about it rather than doing something to make a change or difference or displaying the positivity going on in the city. They're displaying all the horrible shit about it. And it's like, man, how are you going to grow as a city, or how are you going to improve when all people are doing is displaying all this nasty, crazy drama? And unfortunately, a lot of the times it's the younger generation. So, guys, I've come from humble beginnings. My parents worked their asses off. Shout out to my parents, and I have to really put it out there. My mother, my father, and my stepfather, all been part of my life. I was very fortunate and blessed to have them all, and I've watched them all work hard. I'm talking like hard work to this day. And when I seen that, there were times where I thought we weren't gonna have anything, or maybe I wasn't gonna get new shoes for school or whatnot. Somehow, some way, my mom always found a way. She worked that overtime, busted her ass in the warehouse, or she borrowed the money from somebody. It was just we learn survival skills when we grow up in certain environments. And I feel like I possess a lot of those survival skills in life in general, and it really sharpened my saw. So growing up, I realized I had two options. I could either go left or right, and left being I could be a follower. I can follow what the others were doing, running the streets, trying to be a gangster, trying to sell some dope or weed. And, that life really never stuck to me, right? I was never intrigued by it. I knew a lot of people that were involved in that life. Aside from that, had an older brother that would whip my ass the moment I tried to step on that side, right? So he kind of kept me in check. But I've always wanted to be a leader. I always wanted to step out. I had some big ass ambition as a child, and I knew that I'm not going to use my environment as an excuse. I'm going to find a way out, and I did. I always went for what I wanted, and 90% of the time I got it because I discovered a plan, or I developed the blueprints on how to get there. When I finished high school and I kind of got into like the workforce, I was still going to college part time. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I tried everything. I had maybe literally about 25 different jobs. Now, don't get me wrong, some of those were temp jobs here and there. I basically picked up anything that I could. I pretty much just picked up anything that I could. I worked everywhere. I worked in a warehouse. I've worked in a garbage company. I worked in offices. I've built boxes. I can't even remember. I worked in collections. Half of you probably listening to this are probably my former coworkers. So welcome, guys. Appreciate you guys listening and following me. So it's been a long time coming, though. And, there's been so much, there's just been so much negative in the world. We obviously know this past year, 2020, was supposed to be the year of like just the worst year ever, right? And unfortunately, prayers to those who have experienced a lot of upside down. I know we've lost a lot of good ones out there. Friends of mine and family of mine have lost a lot of their loved ones. So, big prayer to you guys. Praying for you guys. Keep your head up. But yeah, it was just a bad year, And when it first started, the whole pandemic experience, I thought I was gonna be just kind of back at square one. I knew I was like, you know what, this is over. The business, everything like that I'm doing, it's over. Like forget about it. Let me just give my old job a call and let's go back to that. But honestly, a couple months later, it just ended up turning into the best year of my life. Mainly because I was able to focus on my personal development, my mindset, and grow myself even more than I've ever been before. So I'm very grateful for the blessings that have come my way. I'm still not quite where I want to be. I don't ever claim to be perfect because nobody is. However, I do want to perfect my craft. I will never be a perfect man, but I want to perfect my craft and my skill set. And that is possible. And by doing that, you just have to do it. Like I'm doing this podcast. I may not have the best audio. I may not have the best, well, I kind of do got the best camera, that new Sony A7S III. Shout out Sony for releasing that at the right time because this is a beast. Anyway, let's not get too carried away with that. But yeah, it just you just have to do it. I wanted this first episode to kind of be. I like to be as organized as I can. Obviously, I have my topics and the titles of my upcoming episodes. I know what I want to discuss. I have 11 people confirmed to be on the future shows with me, so that's a huge deal for me. I'm very excited about that. I love collaborating with people. I love networking. You never know who you're gonna meet. But for this very first intro, I guess you can say episode, I didn't really want to bullet point it. I didn't really want to script anything out. I just kind of want to just turn my camera on, turn the mic on, and let's go. Let's put this podcast out because it's been such a long time. And I think I announced it maybe 3 times in the past. And I'm sure people were like, damn, this guy, here he goes again. He's talking about this podcast. Where's it at? Look at that. I just hit the mic. Such a rookie, right? But anyway, so again, guys, welcome to the 25th hour. Some habits that will help you get to your 25th hour. Stop overthinking things. When you overthink things, you are only hurting yourself, probably even the people around you. Can you imagine just having like this phenomenal idea, or you possess this amount of skills and you never put them to work because you're overthinking? You have that what if. What if it doesn't go right? What if nobody likes it? What if I lose friends? What if I go broke? All right, I get it. Guys, trust me, I get it. All these things I just listed, I've overthought every single one of those. But over time, I practice. How am I going to get over this? What if I go broke? So what? We've all been broke. I don't have all the answers, but I'll tell you this, though. There's always going to be a fallback opportunity. If you have any kind of work experience, don't be afraid to take that leap of faith, right? Don't be afraid to leave your job, or don't be afraid to go into or find a new job that's going to make you happy, because we all been there and done that. So just some mindset hacks, guys. You can really elevate yourself to the next level if you truly use your mindset the right way, if you believe in yourself. So again, guys, thank you so much for all your support. I can't thank you enough. It really means a lot to me. It really does. I promise to bring the energy. I promise to bring the vibes. And I promise to do my very, very best to guide you to discovering a better version of yourself. Because let me tell you something. When I help others discover better versions of themselves, I'm not only helping them, I'm helping myself too, because I'm not quite there yet. All right. So I'm not this guy that thinks he knows it all. I'm not blabbling on about things that I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about, because in reality, for me to help somebody, it's more so like I'm helping myself as well. I'm learning things as I go, and I'm not too proud to learn from you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions or any advice you can give me, I'm an open book. Please feel free to reach out, give me some tips and pointers on how I can make myself a better social media presence or better on this podcast. Again, I have a lot of experience with different things. I've done so many things, but I'm not a master at everything, right? Jack of all trades, but master at none. That's something my boy Claude says. Jack of all trades, but master at none. And I'm okay with that. There's a few things I master here and there, but I'm not a master at everything. So let's just be real about it. Again, the 25th hour mindset was created by myself so you can get out of your own way, because one of the most common things that hold us back is ourselves. We are in our way all the time, right? It just never fails. It never fails. Or flip side to that, maybe we're not in our own way, but somebody else is in our way. And that is the worst feeling you can ever have, because you feel stuck and you feel like you're never going to get out of that zone. You need to do what's best for yourself. You need to eliminate those people out of your life. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that 24-hour frame zone and never get to that 25th hour. The 25th hour habits basically consist of self-care, knowing your worth. Remind yourself every single day, even if you got to talk to yourself in the mirror. Shit, I don't care. I'm talking to myself right now. There's nobody here. I'm doing this podcast by myself. So you just have to do these things to keep sharpening your saw. Surround yourself around people who you want to become like. If you see somebody and they're like, man, they're so confident. They always have the answers. They always have a solution. Gosh, they do so well at their job. Well, hang out with that person. Introduce yourself. Put yourself out there and start picking up those habits from them, so that can become a piece of you as well. You're only a reflection of who you choose to be around. I'm going to say that one more time. You are a reflection of who you choose to hang out with. That's no lie. I've been there and done that. So, this is all from experience, guys. The 25th hour, I'm very excited about this journey. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And it's crazy because I had everything I needed. Nothing was, you see, I just caught myself. I was holding myself back. not in a bad way, because holding yourself back doesn't always have to be a negative thing. So here's a good tip, guys. When I say stop holding yourself back, that doesn't mean that you're being negative with yourself. For me, let me give you a perfect example. I was doing so much at the same time by myself. Like, I'm talking so much, right? And I'm still working on improving this, but I would load up my week so much. I would load up my calendar so much that when it came to my own self care, my own personal development goals, they would slip through the cracks and it would never happen. I took care of everybody else's stuff, my clients, my friends, colleagues, whatnot. I mean, I finished these projects and I'm kind of doing things on the go, and suddenly I'm like burnt the hell out. Not enough time for me. Not enough time to do this podcast. Not enough time to go outside and meditate, or not enough time to go running and jogging, because that's another thing. You have to take care of yourself first. Put yourself first. The 25th hour mindset will help you develop a better game plan for yourself. And for this, I want you guys to know, if you're interested in being on the show, please reach out to me. I'm not only reaching out to entrepreneurs, I'm not only reaching out to business owners, I'm reaching out to a human being with a voice. Let me say that one more time. I want to talk to human beings with a powerful voice. I want to talk to human beings who can inspire and reach others. I don't care what you do in your life. As long as you have a voice that can reach others, shit, let's go. Let's talk. Let's create. Let's collaborate. Let's chill. It's not to be taken literal. It's a metaphor. And what I mean by that, it's a mental hack. You have to put that in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to push myself to this next level. And it's never too late, guys. It's never too late to push yourself to the next level. I know people in their 40s, 50s. Shit, I mean, I've even met a guy in his 60s, finally living life on his own terms, doing what he wanted to do. Now, let's not get confused. I'm the type of person that if you are doing what you love already, continue to do it. Keep it going. Life is good. Don't let nobody take that from you. However, I'm not the kind of guy that promotes you to leave your job suddenly. I'm not the kind of guy that says, oh, no, you got to be self-employed, because no. That's not the way to do it. What I am going to do is I am going to motivate and inspire people to get out of that zone. If you're not happy where you're at, let me give you a perfect example. If you have a job right now and you don't like your job, you hate your job, it sucks. And we're not talking about the pay or anything like that. We're just talking about the environment. You hate waking up, going to that job every day. Find a new job. Find a new job. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you got to quit. You should quit and become self-employed. We would all love to do that, but not everybody wants to do that. And you got to respect people when they don't want to do that. Like for me, I would pick up the phone and call my old job like, hey, I got to come back tomorrow. Can you hire me? Like, I have no shame in that. If I had to work tomorrow, like a 9 to 5, I'd do it. And I'd be happy doing it, because every job that I've had, well, not every job, the most recent jobs that I've had, I've been very happy with. Very, very happy with. So to build a life that you love and to establish goals for yourself, you don't have to do the framework like this person or that person. You have to do it your way and do what you love. So the 25th hour mindset is meant to motivate you and inspire to be a better version of yourself and place yourself in a better environment. A better environment does not mean get rich overnight. A better environment does not mean go start your own business. It doesn't mean any of that, guys. What it means is just simply doing something that's going to make you happier. If you're working at a job as a sales associate, if you're in retail, let me give you an example. Like if you're in retail at H&M and you hate it there, I mean, it's hard to hate that store. They got some really nice fits, But if it's something that you don't like, well, shit, go apply at Express. Go apply at, I don't know. You get the point though, right? It is that simple. It's really just you stepping up and doing something about it already. That's really all it comes down to, guys. I mean, it's really just like a mindset hack. And I said something. It's crazy because I scrolled. You ever scroll back to your old postings like on social media and you're like, damn, I really did say that. And it hits you so hard that you're like, wow, I need to take that advice, or I need to talk about that because maybe I forgot about it. I said something many, many months back, and it said something about titles do not matter. A title doesn't matter. Who gives a shit about a title? Technically speaking, yeah, we all want to be in management. Well, not all of us. Some people want to be in management. Some people want to be a CEO, entrepreneur, whatnot. You know what? Those titles don't mean shit at the end of the day. What matters is how you feel about where you're at, right? How do you feel about where you are at? Forget about a title. Don't put those standards so high to where you're not even going to be happy even if you reach those areas. I know a lot of people who have opportunities to go into management, make maybe 30, $40,000 extra a year, but they choose not to. And I'll tell you why. Those people are happy exactly where they are. They're happy with the money they make. They can do whatever the hell they want. They got their weekends free. Life is good. Bills are paid. They got money in the bank. So why stretch yourself thin for a few extra dollars or for a title? A title does not matter. I don't want to get too carried away with that because I'm saving this for a different episode. Guys, at the end of the day, the 25th hour is meant to inspire you. The 25th hour is meant to get you out of your comfort zone. The 25th hour is meant to elevate yourself, tap into that mind, and find areas that you never really tapped into before. Because once you do that, you're unstoppable. You can do anything. You can do anything. The 25th hour mindset will get you there. But you have to do a little bit at a time every single day. You can't just overnight it. You can't overwhelm yourself. I want to challenge you to something. If you can win one small victory a day, then you're taking a step closer to enhancing and elevating the way your mind works, right? One victory a day, one small victory a day. You see, the problem we have with a lot of people in this society today, they utilize their upbringings or their environments as an excuse to not want to find a way to succeed. Let me say that again. There's too many men and women, younger generation, or even older people, right? There's too many people in today's society using that weak excuse of your upbringings. I grew up here. You don't know what city I came from. You don't know how the streets were, or you don't know what household I slept outside. And I get all that, guys. I get it. I get it. You know why? Because I grew up probably 2 blocks away from you. That's why I get it. Stop using that as an excuse, right? There are no excuses in this life. Put it this way, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's true. Now, I don't mean that technical. Let's not get it all twisted up, all right? What I mean is, yes, your parents care about you, your friends, your family. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is telling your mind, that nobody cares. You have to train your mind into habits that will help you break through and succeed to where you want to be, right? So for me, when I tell myself, hey, Alex, nobody cares, shut up, it just makes me hungrier. Like, what? All right, all right. I know I sound crazy talking to myself, but you know what? It works and it makes sense. When I feel I'm kind of put things out there, excuses, procrastination, I have to say, you know what? Nobody cares. Just get it done. Just do it. I'm still learning this. It's kind of like a slap in my own face, like, man, you're right. Nobody cares. Just get it done. It's a tool that will help sharpen your habits. You got to work on your daily habits every day. That's why they're called daily habits. Not weekly habits, not monthly habits. And here's my favorite, not freaking New Year's resolution habits. Come on, guys. Once a year, you're trying to really self-improve. Nah, that doesn't fly. It's played out. It's expired. Work on yourself every single day. This is why I created the 25th hour. The 25th hour mindset is meant to help you find the better version of yourself. Personal development that will motivate you and inspire you. You might take everything that I'm saying. You might pick and choose certain nuggets because what I want to target, because what I want to reach everybody. I don't care if you're already feeling like you're at the top and you feel like you're already doing your thing. You don't need this. You might be right. You probably don't need to listen to me or my guests that I have on in future shows. But you have to have an open mind because you have to always be a student. You always have to be learning. I learn from people who have been doing the same thing I've been doing, but for way less time. I still learn from them. I'm not like ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to learn something from somebody who's 10, 15 years younger than me, because there's a lot of value in everybody. Don't forget that. Nobody's beneath you. Nobody's above you. We're all right here together. We're all together. Don't ever place yourself above anybody else. Don't ever put anybody down. And for that reason, you always have to see the value in other people. Don't discriminate them on their age or what they look like. Don't judge a book by its cover. These are 25th hour habits that will help you develop a better path for yourself. These are the habits that will help you inspire other people and kind of keep it going like a chain reaction. These are habits that if you work on every single day, it'll become like a chain reaction. It will become more so like a pay it forward, right? But let's kind of backtrack because I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we all have things that we're going through in life, myself included. And when we hear a voice that is just kind of like a wake up call, sometimes I want to be that wake up call for people. Sometimes it just takes a certain voice. Sometimes it just takes a certain person. Now, I'm not saying that I can help everybody. Let me give you an example. Sometimes what I tell a certain person, it might just go right over their head. And somebody else can come along and tell that person the very same thing that I did. And then they wake up like, oh shit, I'm going to do it. I'm with this guy. But hey, like I said the same thing. How come you didn't work out for me? I guarantee you, I'm putting this guarantee right now. The 25th hour mindset, the 25th hour podcast will help you. So I appreciate all the support and love I can get. You know what? Even if I just get one listener to tune in from like start to finish, that's a daily victory for me. Remember, I was talking about daily victories. That's one of them. I really just want to inspire the world. I want to inspire others to just be better versions of themselves while I'm still doing the same for myself. That's all I want. And, I just have to be grateful for the life I have. I've gone through some really rough patches. We all have, right? I've gone through some bumpy roads. I've gone through some things that I'm not very proud of. And, I'm just very happy to be where I am right now. I'm very blessed, and I have to really thank God. If you believe in God, or respectfully, if you don't, that's okay too. But I'm just letting you know how I feel. I owe it to God, and I'm very grateful. I'm thankful every day for my blessings. So count your blessings, guys, because this life is short, unfortunately, for some people. But you can make the best of it right now. Make the best of it today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Make a change right now. Make a difference right now. This life will be stripped from you in a second. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are. You can lose your life instantly. So why wait? Why wait to find a better version of yourself? Start living right now. If somebody's in your way, get them out of your way. If you're in your own way, start changing your mindset and your habits and the way you think. Stop overthinking things and just proceed. Just do it. The 25th hour mindset is here. The 25th hour mindset will elevate you. The 25th hour mindset will help you discover a better version of yourself, guys. Let's make this happen. One team, one dream. I know there's a lot of negative in the world right now. Prayers to all the families and people going through some rough times and dealing with the unfortunate events in our society. But guys, do your part. Do what you can. Don't overwhelm yourself. Do what's best for you, your family, the people around you. Just try to do the right thing. I'm not saying go out and be a perfectionist because shit, like I said earlier, we're not perfect. I'm not. Just do your best. Put in your best effort every single day, and things will get better naturally, one day at a time. This is the 25th hour. Stay tuned. I got so many amazing guests. I got some amazing guests coming up on future episodes. So do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a little dead right now, but I'm going to start putting up these full episodes on there. You can find me on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I believe Google. So if you need the link, I'll be more than happy to drop you the link in my profile. So I really, really thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a long time coming, and I'm so excited to finally put this out there. It's just been too long. It's been years, and the 25th hour is here to stay. So get used to it, and do me a favor, spread the word, share the love, please. Spread the word, share this. I really want to inspire others. I really want to do the best. This is my calling. This is one of my callings. This is what I'm so passionate about. I love this stuff. And all I want to do is be a voice to help other people succeed. I want to see everybody win. I'm not a hater. I'm not jealous of others. I don't envy anybody. If you're doing better than me in life, congrats. As a matter of fact, let's hang out. Let me figure out what you're doing, what I can do to better myself. That's what networking and connections are all about. So I'm going to leave you with this. Challenge yourself today. Write it down, type it in your phone. What are the top 3 things you want to be doing right now that you are not doing? I'm going to say that one more time. Do me a favor, write down 3 things that you really want to be doing right now in your life, and you're not doing them. Then I want you to write down the top 3 things, the top 3 reasons why you're not doing them. Write down the 3 reasons that you are not doing these things. Start there. And you have to figure out what you can do to get rid of the things holding you back. And if you want to share some of those things with me, feel free to drop me a DM. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that because I'm curious. Remember, when I help you, I help myself as well. So I'm really just trying to be an inspiration. If I can reach one person a day, I've succeeded. Tune in next week. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 25th hour. I'm your host, Lex. Stay tuned. I will be dropping another episode next week. I'm very excited, guys. The best is yet to come. This is only the beginning. Stay inspired. Keep pushing. Don't give up on yourself. Again, my name is Lex. I'm your host. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next week.